What if I told you that the thing keeping you stuck is the very thing you think is keeping you safe? Look, we all love feeling comfortable in life. Who doesn't? But here's the problem with that. Your comfort zone might feel safe, but it's also where your dreams go to stagnate. If you're waiting for growth to magically happen without challenging yourself, then you just might be waiting forever. Today, I'm sharing how playing it safe is secretly holding you back and, more importantly, what you can do about it. Because if you want to grow, you have to push your limits. And I'm going to show you how to do that so you can unleash your true potential in life. So, let's talk. Most people think staying in their comfort zone prevents them from failure, embarrassment, or disappointment. But in reality, it protects you from progress. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you reinforce fear and self-doubt. And that directly impacts your mental health. Because when you avoid discomfort, you're actually training your brain to believe that discomfort is dangerous, which means change starts to feel impossible. But here's the truth. Real confidence isn't built by avoiding discomfort, it's built by facing it. I'm Jeremy, a mental health counselor, and I've dealt with my own challenges like anxiety and depression. So on this channel, I help you take control of your mental health with simple, practical advice that actually works. So then, how do you start pushing your limits? Well, here are 5 powerful ways to take control of your personal growth right now. Tip 1, give yourself permission to fail. Most of us are so terrified of failure that we never even try. But the thing is that failure isn't proof that you're not good enough, it's proof that you tried. And the more you fail, the more you learn. Think about it. If you avoid failure at all costs, you're also avoiding growth. So instead of fearing it, expect failure. Embrace it. Treat it like a friend and choose to use it as feedback, not as a verdict on your worth. Because at least you tried, and that's more than most people do. Tip 2, remember that nobody cares. A lot of people hold themselves back because they're afraid of being judged. What will people think if I mess up? What if I embarrass myself? But here's the reality. Nobody is paying as much attention to you as you think. Look, most people are too busy worrying about their own lives to overanalyze yours. So when you recognize and accept that fact, you'll find you can do things with less fear of what others think. And what about the few who do judge you? You know, those nasty people who have something to say about everyone and everything. Their opinions are their problem, not yours. So stop holding yourself back for an imaginary audience that isn't even watching, or because of people who have nothing better to do than judge others when they should be focused on getting a life of their own. Tip 3, view discomfort as a good thing. Discomfort feels bad because your brain is hardwired to avoid risk. But the thing is that growth doesn't feel good in the moment. It feels awkward, scary, and uncertain. But it gets better as you work through it, and you can't have change without it. The trick with getting past discomfort is to reframe it as a sign of progress. Instead of thinking, this feels uncomfortable, I should stop, try thinking, this feels uncomfortable because I'm growing. And that's a good thing. Changing how you look at discomfort makes it feel less intimidating. And it trains your brain to think of it as a positive. Tip 4, set stretch challenges to level up. A great way to break free from playing it safe is to set small but challenging goals. Not easy goals, but not impossible ones either. For example, if you're nervous about public speaking, then maybe don't start by giving a TED talk. Try speaking up in a small group instead and build from there. If you often avoid difficult conversations, start by being honest with one person you trust, and then take things one conversation at a time after that. Growth happens when you stretch yourself just beyond what feels safe, but not so far that you panic and give up. Tip 5, stop waiting until you feel ready. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is, I'll do it when I feel ready, but you will never feel 100% ready. Confidence doesn't come before action, it comes from action. The more you do, the more you learn, and the more confident you become. So if there's something you've been putting off because you don't feel ready, do it now. Right now. finish this video and take the first step today, because waiting will only keep you stuck. Here's the thing, you only really have two choices in life: stay comfortable or grow, but you can't have both. Your comfort zone might feel safe, but it's also where progress stops. The more you challenge yourself, the stronger, more capable, and more confident you become, because the only way to grow is to challenge yourself. So what's one small way you can push your limits today? Let me know in the comments. And if this video helped you, then please give it a like, because that tells YouTube that other people may find it helpful too. And subscribe for more practical mental health tips every Wednesday and Sunday. You can explore today's topic further in the full-length version of my weekly Let's Talk About Mental Health podcast. It's linked below, or use the code on screen now. If your inner critic often gets in the way, then watch this video next. Thanks for joining me today. Take care and talk to you next time.